everyone. This is Mama Joy and welcome to my channel. I told you I had a surprise for you, and I do. I was going to do it in the morning when it was cool, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to be doing it this evening because it's cool tonight too. Cooler tonight than it was in the daytime. And what I'm making is a special brownie. You're gonna love it. We ate a brownie like this in Animal Kingdom, and it was at a snack place. You could get food and pastries and different things. It wasn't a sit-down restaurant. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but anyway, they had this brownie there, and it was called Nala's brownie. Nala is the little female lion in Lion King. This isn't Nala's brownie, but it tastes just like it, and it is out of this world. So I'm going to make the brownie tonight, and tomorrow, because it'll be too hot to frost tonight, but tomorrow I'll make the frosting and show you how I do that, and the frosting is what makes it. This is a chocolate brownie with a peanut butter frosting, and they are so good. My son Eric just absolutely loved that brownie, and he wants to stop there every time we go to Florida and get one. And I made these, and he was thrilled to death because he said it tastes just like the brownie we got down there. So, I'm going to mix this brownie up. And the first thing I'm going to do is put 1 cup of flour in the mixer, 2 cups of sugar, and 2/3 cup of cocoa. Now this brownie, this particular brownie, is a mix, and I have made this before for you. It's a mix. You can mix up all these dry ingredients, but the mix calls only for half of it, half of this recipe. And anyway, I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking powder. So the original recipe was half of this, and you put it in a Ziploc bag. And the next day, or whenever you wanted to make a brownie, you take this little Ziploc bag out, pour your brownie mix in there, and you add 2 eggs, a half a cup of oil, and a teaspoon of vanilla. But I've doubled this recipe because I wanted to make a larger pan of brownies. So what I'm doing, I'm going to add to this 4 eggs, 1 cup of oil, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So I'm going to get my eggs out. So I'm going to crack the eggs one at a time, so I'll make sure that they're okay. If you get a shell in your egg, the best way to get it out is to take a piece of paper towel, stick the corner of it down into where the shell is at, and it's just like it absorbs it. It sticks right to that paper towel, and you get it right out. It's the quickest way to get an eggshell out of your egg if you accidentally get one in there. So there's 4 eggs, and I'm going to put a cup of oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I promise you, if you like peanut butter at all, you will love these brownies. They are out of this world. Now there was an eggshell, but it didn't go in my egg. I was going to show you how to get that out, but I don't have to because it didn't go in there. Okay, I'm going to turn the mixer on and mix this up. And really, you don't have to mix a brownie very long, but I want to make sure that I've got all the flour off the bottom of the pan mixed in, off the bottom of the mixer. Now I think that this would be excellent with some pecans in it, but the one that we ate down there at Animal Kingdom did not have nuts in it, but it was, and you could put peanuts on top if you wanted to, but they didn't do that. But this brownie was absolutely wonderful. And I made some of these for Father's Day. That's how Eric tasted it. And I baked them for 20 minutes exactly. And they were perfect. The toothpick came out perfect. Nothing stuck to it. And that's all I'm going to mix that. But it did, it just turned out perfect. So I've got my oven on. Heating up. And it's all ready. This is the pan I'm going to put them in. Now normally, if you do that smaller recipe, it calls for an 8x8 pan, but I wanted a larger batch of brownies, so that's why I did this. Take the beater out. To drip it. And I'm going to go down through the mixer again with this, whoops, spatula. Glad I put the lid on that. I want to make sure there's no flour or anything in here that didn't get mixed up. And I don't see any, so I'm going to pour this into this pan. It smells so good. Good and chocolatey. I just can't keep from getting this all over my hand. Okay, and I'm going to put this in the oven and set the timer for 20 minutes. And I will let this cool overnight. I will cover it up when it gets cooled down, and I will make the frosting in the morning because it'll be too hot, and I'm not going to stay up that late to put the frosting on. So we'll do that in the morning. Okay? Oh, that's so good. Rinse my hands off. Got chocolate all over them. Okay. Into the oven this is going to go, and I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. And when it gets done, I'll let you see what it looks like when I take it out of the oven. Okay, I've got it out of the oven, and it's wonderful. Now, I did have to bake this for 25 minutes, and I think the reason that I did, and I kept checking it because I didn't want it to overbake, but the other one I only baked 20 minutes, and it was baked in a metal pan. And this one was in the glass dish, and I think that it takes longer to bake them because I sat and watched it and kept it and checked it so that I wouldn't overbake it because I wanted it to be nice and moist like the other one was that I made. And I think it's just going to be perfect. And so I'm going to get some foil on it, and in the morning I'll get up and we'll make the frosting. So I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm back to show you the frosting that goes on the brownies. And I've got 1.5 cups of powdered sugar in this sieve, and I've got it in this big bowl so I wouldn't make a mess. But it had, sometimes your powdered sugar has lumps in them, and it's best if you get those out. So I'm just gonna run this through this little sifter. 1.5 cups of powdered sugar is what I've got in here. If I don't get it all over the place. So anyway, this is what I'm doing to get the powdered sugar finer so that it'll be nice and smooth frosting. I've got 1 cup of peanut butter over here that goes in, and 1 stick of butter, which is 1/2 cup. Those are the only 3 ingredients that go in there. So it's a very easy frosting, and it's a very delicious frosting. These brownies are awesome. I can't tell you how good they are, but I hope you'll make them and try them out. They are so good. And if you don't get to do that and you go to Disney, go to Animal Kingdom and find the place that sells Nala brownies. This is a little bit time consuming, and my bowl is really big, but I thought I needed it to get this to go through there good. And I didn't want any lumps in it. I wanted it to be perfect. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to transfer the powdered sugar over into the mixing, into my mixer. And then I'll get this stirred up and show you what it's going to look like. 3 simple ingredients. Cup and 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. Now, when I made the other brownies for Father's Day, I made a double batch, and it was really thick on there, and the icing was really good, but I'm just doing a single recipe this time, And I hope that it will be enough for those brownies. If not, I've got some that I had left over from the other brownies that I put in the fridge, and I will mix those in with it to make it go a little bit farther. Because I think I don't need that much frosting on there. Okay, there went in the powdered, or the peanut butter. And I'm gonna put the powder, or the butter in here. And I left this out to soften overnight. So it's nice and soft. Okay. Oh, it's mixing up very nice. And I'll go down in there and get the powdered sugar from the bottom so it can get worked in. This looks really good, and I know that it is. Take out this other little bit of frosting, and I'm gonna put it in the microwave for just a second. And I think I will add to this because the brownies, I want to make sure I've got enough frosting. But I just feel like a double batch of this, even though this is a double batch of brownies, I feel like it's just almost too much. It was good, don't get me wrong, but you just don't need that much frosting on there. Wow, that little dish got hot. That little dish got hot. Yeah. I'm just going to add the rest of this frosting in here. And that'll give us a little extra. So that's how much I had left over from the double batch that I made. Okay, I'm gonna beat that up just a little bit more. it's just about ready. It's going to be another hot day again today. There's a heat wave, I think, all over the whole United States. Eric said the humidity is really bad in Florida this morning. But he's getting ready to go fishing. Hope he brings us some fish back. Okay. This back. Here we go. If you wanted to decorate this up a little bit, you could put some shaved chocolate on top and decorate it up real pretty. The brownie that we got down there in Animal Kingdom was shaped like Mickey Mouse head. I will maybe post a picture of that. Okay. Hope I can get this spread out all over, and then it'll be plenty. Like I said, this glass dish took longer to bake than the metal pan that I had the other one in. It cooked in 20 minutes and this one took 25, which isn't much longer, but you just need to watch it. And I did test it with a toothpick, and the minute the toothpick come out clean, I took it out because I want it to be moist and wonderful. And it will be. And I think this is going to be a good amount of frosting. I might have not needed that other little bit I put in here, but that way I got it used up. These are just truly amazing. Now, I think that they did put some chocolate chips in their brownie. but it is not necessary. This tastes exactly like it. So you don't have to do that part and use any extra ingredients. And you can make this brownie mix up and store it in Ziploc bags and save it for when you're ready to make a batch of brownies real quick. You just add the egg and the oil and the vanilla, and you're ready to bake. Ready to bake. I'm tasting this frosting. It's so good. And I know I went over my time. I'm trying to not make my... Uh-oh. Oh, my legs fell off of my camera stand. Isn't that crazy? Okay. I'm gonna shut this off and be back. I gotta get my legs back on. Well, that was an ordeal. 2 of the legs fell off. Came undone. But there's our brownies. And I am going to cut a piece and taste it for you. I usually cut them about like that, and then I cut about 4 out of the pan. I'm not going to eat that much this morning. I'm just going to taste it, and I'll save it for my lunch. And I did spray my pan, and I don't think I told you that. I sprayed my pan with Pam. I didn't get under there like I should have to get that out. Anyway, there's the brownie. That peanut butter frosting is just takes it over the edge. And it's so good. I'll have one more bite. That is so good. If I had a little bit better dipper, see it come out so much better. I just didn't get underneath of it good enough. It was so good. So good. I hope you all try these, and you'll think you're down in Animal Kingdom. You'll think you're in Animal Kingdom. So good. Okay, I'm sorry for all the mishaps that I've had, but I guess that's what makes it funny. I'm not trying to make it funny. Anyway, you all have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and hit the like button and the notification bell so you'll know when I have a video coming on. Thanks again. See you soon. Bye-bye.